Okay, y'all, come in. Voice still scrappy, but hit that like and share button. We're gonna get through this live stream in spite of, and let me see if I am live streaming on YouTube. I think it was approximately 3 days ago or something that I was live streaming on YouTube and it wasn't showing on YouTube. So my YouTube channel didn't show. So if you can see this live stream, drop your city and state. It is a Saturday night. Excuse me again for my voice. Lakers are playing Golden State behind LeBron James, uh, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 33,388 scoring points records, the 333, and I think my numbers are right. 33,388. No, it was 38,388, not 33, because I know it was three threes. It's 38,000, 38,388, because I did the gematria on that. I thought I was doing it on a live stream, but okay, Karen, thank you for letting me know you can see me on YouTube. She says she's tuning in from Chicago, Illinois, and let me pull up that number just to make sure. Oh yeah. Here we go. I uploaded the 38,388. The live stream. The topic tonight is to simply follow the numbers. Thank you for tuning in from Chicago. Chi-Town is tuning in. Hello, Tony. It's been a while since you've been here. I don't have my necklace on. I took it off to clean it. I'm reaching for it. I'm like, oh, you took it off. And I have to put my necklace back on. Hello. Hello from Cali. I was just reading some things from Cali. King something something. King Hog Major here in the Bay Area. Okay. Jasper, Texas. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you. And as you are putting comments in the, as you are dropping your comments, it builds the views, right? So thank you for doing that. And I only see like 4 thumbs up. And so if you all can hit the thumbs up, that build the views as well. And since we have Hog Major tuning in from um, Cali, I was just reading something on Cali that I'm going to get into about the West Coast pipeline near Los Angeles has halted deliveries in several states. So, gasoline deliveries on the West Coast have been shut down by a leak in the pipeline near a facility in California. Let me know if you know about that. How major, um, and is that affecting gas prices there? So, the shutdown is affecting the deliveries of diesel and gasoline from Los Angeles areas to Vegas and Phoenix, from what I'm reading. And because of a gas pipeline, so something going on with that. Let me know if this is affecting the cost of um, gas prices, fuel prices, because actually in my area, there has been a dip. It has been a significant dip in gas prices, about $2.99 for regular. And so that's always good news when you know that you are headed into an economic reset, a recession. In fact, I read something today also that went into how the United. Let me see if I usually email articles to myself um, about how the United States dollar will be trumped by the. Let me see if I saved it. By the digital one and multiple dollars. Multiple dollars. I don't think I saved that. Um, but I do want to say this, right? Follow the numbers. Follow the numbers. There's numbers everywhere. Hello, Les Brown. How Major says YouTube. Lee, aka Lee Brown. His YouTube is tripping. Okay, tuning in for Jasper, Texas. And all I'm saying, listen, my channel is that of education and information. It's not to give you the biggest hype coin. There, for some reason, that people believe that. And listen, I am for getting rich quick. Quick. I believe that getting rich quick is a much better strategy than getting rich slow. I heard Myron Goldman refer to this. He said, "Why would anyone want to get rich slow?" And that's simply what Dave Ramsey breaks down a lot. A very get rich slow plan, S&P 500, get 8 to 10% of your money a year when we have inflation at 9% a month. So in 2023, exactly how will that work for you? How Major says, I don't know. Gas is getting higher, but I would really have to look at what's going on at the Port of Oakland. Yes, let me see if I can pull that article up for you in a few minutes about the gas, West Coast gas pipeline near Los Angeles. So let me see if I can pull that up for you. Is affecting gasoline delivery in several states. The reason why I studied the commodities and what happens in the commodities world is because commodity rules the world. If you look at Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only two deemed crypto commodities. They're the only two commodities that has been deemed as a commodity, right? As Kraken, right? Shut down. Staking with cryptocurrency network that's flashing here too. And so people, a lot of changes and adjustments that the SEC is attempting to make right now in the crypto world. Most people would always say things like, I want passive income, or that, I get passive income through staking. Now, this does not affect Coinbase or Binance yet, but Kraken, it has affected. But I tell people real passive income ways that they can get through the most stable uh, asset column that I believe, and Robert Kiyosaki refers to this as, he says silver, gold, commodities have been around long before cockroaches existed, right? Long before the cockroaches, and he said they will be around long after the cockroaches have gone. And so this is just my portfolio and helping people get what I call true passive income, because in my opinion, right, getting passive income and you're getting more of that crypto is one form of passive income, right? That's one form of passive income. How Mayor says, yeah, it's crazy all over the Bay, especially Frisco, going to Fremont and San Jose. Okay, so you have to check out the port in Oakland. So this is my cryptocurrency. Hello, Yesah says, hey Queen, hello. Portfolio. This was, I think, the last time that I live streamed was 3 days ago. Let me pull that live stream up because I'm still trying to heal my voice, right? So I'm like, yeah, my voice is not getting better, that much faster. I do have an appointment with the ENT doctor. So until then, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna live stream, right? Nothing I can do but explain to people what's going on and try to rest it. And it gets better, but it's still not 100% clear. So this was 3 days ago, and I show you all the live stream. I uploaded this Facebook reel, right? 3 days ago, the portfolio was at $8,167. Today, this is today, my screenshot of $8,737. So that's 3 days, right? And let's do the math on that, because the only time I like math is when I'm adding, when it comes to finances. I never like the, and when it comes to numbers, and understanding the communication in the earth realm, right? So 735 minus 8167. That's $568 within 3 days of increase, right? Within 3 days of increase of, and this is the total daily mining, $159 total for the day today, right? But this is what I've been explaining. As these commodity-backed cryptocurrencies, I call them crypto commodities, you get rewards total daily for mining. Mining is just another name for digital software, or just another name for digital software. And so you are helping to approve, like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has to be mined into existence. So you are helping, when you purchase this digital software, to approve transactions on the blockchain. So simply put, you're helping to approve transactions that are being made in this crypto world, right? Through this, what's called digital software. So you get paid daily crypto rewards, right? That can be liquidated into cash anytime you get ready. No third party, no maintenance fees like a lot of these cash value life insurance and whole life insurance and IUL. You don't have to pay a middleman, right? You cut out the middleman. You control your portfolio. You receive the benefits because you don't have 100% of the benefits. You have no fees or maintenance fees, right? Some investing firms charge as little, and this is on the low end, as little as $2,000 a year, right? $2,000 a year just for maintenance fees, right? That's just for the maintenance fees. And so you cut out the middleman, that equals, you cut out the middleman, you get your profit, and you get these cryptos at a discount, these cryptos, digital softwares at a discount, because if you went directly to the debt company, right, they purchase wholesale, at minimum, you may pay $75,000 to have these digital licenses. So what they did is make it affordable for people that are um, non-institutional investors, right? Which means you may not have over $250,000 accredited and for as your gross income per year, right? That will qualify you as an accredited investor. So what they do is they buy these licenses, offer them wholesale, right? Offer them at a discount. So everyday people can win and get real passive cryptocurrency income based off commodities. So if you want to know more about that, right, then text CC to the number on the screen, 331-444-5556. As you can see, this is DLG, Digital Gold. It is up 30% on today. So this lets you know what's going on in the economic world as well. This lets you know what's going on in the economy, because more banks, right? More banks are purchasing gold, right? They're purchasing gold. Why? Why are banks doing this? Well, they have to, because now, right, under the Basel agreement for banks is, let me see if I can put it up. They have to have the commodities, the real cash, right, the real cash to back up their assets, to back up their real money, rather, not cash. Right? These are the operating agreement before entering the purchase. The bank should have due diligence, and the banks do not have they don't have, right, the real money, which is gold, which is silver, in their custody to back up the cash, which is what they are required to have. So now, people buy the numbers, follow the numbers, follow the numbers, follow the numbers. I'm saying that because I'm saying this. Okay, I didn't know what that. I think one of my tabs are open. Um, I was just kind of having a day of meditation. Wasn't really sure if I was even going to do a live stream. And I don't know how the ultimate power, the infinite intelligence speaks to you, right? I don't know how God speaks to you, but it speaks to me through a thought process. In the Bible, it's referred to a still small voice, right? So this thought came to my mind today that there is nowhere in the Bible, right? There's nowhere in the Bible that a sermon was given to improve the financial situation of a person or people. There was nowhere that showed me that a sermon was given. It was always strategy. Even when Jesus had the multitude of people following him on the boat, and he needed a place offshore, away from close to shore, because there was a magnitude of people following him to hear the sermon. And he asked Peter, let me leverage your boat. Leverage is always talked about in the Bible for financial increase, right? Peter let him leverage his boat. Peter was a fisherman by trade. His fisherman business, right, was in the negative. In the negative, Peter was saying, listen, I've toiled all night long. I have not caught any fish. All right. My business is in the negative. I'm in the red. Jesus said, lend me your boat, right? The law of giving and receiving, and follow me, right? Let me use your boat, leverage it to preach the gospel on. And afterwards, the exchange that happened was that Jesus put Peter in the prophet with fishes. He said, now cast your net on the other side. And it was so many fish, right, that were caught that Peter had to network with his partners to pull in the net. That's where the business world gets the phrase network, right? Network. And then I'm looking at Whitney Houston today. If you all follow me, my numbers are 11, right? 1111 or just 11. Today marked the 11th year of Whitney Houston's death, right? And then I got this thought process again, it's still small voice, to just look up the gematria of her name, Whitney Houston, right? Just typing in the gematria calculator, and let's see if I can pull it up, what number that it comes to. And so I type in Whitney Houston. And we see pretty much the 9, 6, 7, 8, 9 in reverse reduction. The reverse is 162, which equals 9. The reduction is 7 plus 9. And the ordinal is 216, which equals 9. Her name equals 9. And I began to think about the number 9 and what it represents. It means the cycle of one form of transformation ending in another beginning. A cycle of a new beginning of one form of a thing to another form. For example, when a mother is carrying a child. The full completion time for that child to give birth is 9 months, right? 9 months. 9 months, the baby will be transformed from a fetus, right, to now giving birth into a new realm, a new world, right, from the womb of the mother, from being in a fetus state to now in an infant birth out of the world that they know, from a darkness to a fetal state, the number 9. And then that's still small boy said, I want you to look up Matthew 9 and 9. This all comes back to, because I believe that the Bible is the best selling book when it comes to money and finances. It gives very clear and plain instruction, but oftentimes it's not caught because it's not taught. Let me say that again. Oftentimes people don't understand the instructions of the Bible in simplicity. Even Jesus said, I speak in parables, right? Very parabolic. Um, most people believe that people that are characters in the Bible were real people, and they were just characters to give a alliteration of a story, or to give alliterations and allegories, right? And people take them as factual. And even if you take it as factual, at least get the underlying message behind it, because the message is very practical. And so I looked up Matthew 9 and 9, and this is not the King James version, but it said Jesus, and I made this post on Facebook, that Jesus chose business partners, not religious people, to follow him. Matthew 9 and 9, and Jesus passed on from there, and he saw a man called Matthew. Matthew is a tax specialist, all right, sitting at the tax booth. And he said to him, follow me. And Matthew, without hesitation, rose and followed. And many religious-minded people, they hesitate. And then they say things like, it takes faith. No, it does not take faith to improve your finances. It takes an immediate call of action. It takes an immediate decision. In the parable of the talents, right? What stood out is the one in Matthew 25, the one that had the most talents, right? That had 5 talents. It says each servant were given talents according to their own ability. And the one that had 5 went and traded with the same and made other 5. The King James version does not, I don't think it says immediately, but I know it's a lot of versions. It said, then he had received the 5s, went and traded with the same. That means he didn't shortchange. He said, you know what, I got 5, I'm going to trade with 5. And guess what? He gained 5 more. This is why I believe in trading. I believe in the forex trading. I believe in forex, but I believe more in the institutional in trading. If you want to learn institutional forex trading, then you can text that number on the screen. You can get an institutional trading, and these cryptos backed by commodities as well. But other translations of Matthew 25:14 says that he went immediately. Immediately. 2 Kings chapter 4, people follow the numbers. Follow the numbers. Have you all ever heard of this this show called Murder by the Numbers? Right? Murder by the Numbers. Well, I want to propose to you to not only get financial, right, wealth or riches by following the numbers. This is Sandra Bullock movie that came out. When was this released? Sandra Bullock. I don't know, but how old is this? 2002. Murder by the Numbers. But two, she was the only one, the only flaw in their plan by the numbers. But I'm telling you, I'm suggesting to you rather to not only get spiritually rich by the numbers, right? But to get both financially rich by following the numbers as well. And then I looked at this tweet by Robert Kiyosaki, right? The numbers continue to come up. And I thought this was um, just mind blowing that he made this tweet on February 10th, right? Let me see if I can enlarge it. This is February the 10th. I always pay attention to the date, the views, even the time that it was tweeted. That's all this is significant. But I want you all to see this 11.1 thousand K likes. My numbers, 11.1. So whenever ever something really, really that I believe, and you have your own belief. You may believe that God does not communicate in numbers. I don't know how. It's a whole chapter in the Bible called Numbers, right? But when God communicates to me specifically, it's always through a realm of numbers. And I saw the 144,000. And I immediately thought about Revelations 14, right? The Lamb and 144,000. And the Lamb took with him 144,000 who had his name and in his father's name written on their foreheads, your pineal gland, your forehead, your pineal gland. And it said, crashes here, Silicon Valley, first dominoes, first land off 144,000. This was last year. In 2022, Silicon Valley is definitely where the movement of artificial intelligence has come, right? Digital money. You got Silicon Valley, you have New York, which is you do the gematria on New York, and you're going to see 111. I always believe that 111 is synonymous. Even 7-Eleven, if you look at 9/11, the Boeing planes and the 7-Elevens, but New York, and I'll show you that you'll see the 111 in the ordinal, and you're going to see the double 33, right? The double 33 also, right? And so with this 144,000, numbers mean something. You look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk purchased Twitter for 44 billion. And then we can go into this with the 44 billion. We can go into Daniel 2 and 44. Right? This might be too deep for some of you all on a Saturday night. But I'm gonna roll with it. And Daniel 2 and 44, but let me stay on the double 44 real quick. Elon Musk purchases Twitter for 44 billion. And then you have New York with the 111. And then you have definitely the Twin Towers, the 1-1. Then you have 9/11. Then you have the Boeing flights, the 7/11. 7 is divine transition. In Genesis, 7 is the most, the last number that we are given the revelation on, right? About the days, I believe. And then the number 8 equals the name Jesus, the 888. The 8 is the upside down infinity sign, right? Also, the original name of Jesus is Iesos, which also you'll see the 88 Iesos in that as well. But if you do the gematria on Elon Musk, just the last name Musk, you'll see the reverse ordinal, the reverse number of 44. Then you see the reduction of 10, right? The 1. 6 plus 4 is 10. And then you see the 8 as well. Now, I never did this full, well, I never did the Elon Musk, but you still see the 11, 110 in that as well. 9 plus 2 is 11. The 7 in that. But just Musk is the number 44. Queen, I've been saying 111, 111, 5555 so much lately. Okay. So now we got the other number, 66,000, right? That Robert Kiyosaki breaks out in this decoded tweet. 66. 66. Immediately, all this really goes together. I really wasn't even planning on going this way with it. I really want to just come on here and talk to you about these crypto back commodities, right? You need to get in. But if you look at LeBron 66 ordinal, like LeBron James just broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's number 33 all-time scoring record, 38,388. The reduction is just the number 3, the Trinity, right? I'm going to pause right here for a second. What if you were taught that the Trinity, come on now, I need to pray for my voice. What if you were taught the Trinity in this way, right? As well as, I believe the Trinity in a whole different form than what people interpret. Because if you look at Genesis 1:1, well, I won't say people, but most people interpret. If you look at Genesis 1:1, right? The original text is in the beginning, Elohim. Elohim is Elo for feminine. Him, H-I-M, is right there for masculine. It's like right there, like hidden in plain sight. So when you look at the infinity sign, it is two energies intertwining with one another continuously. Then you have the Revelations 1 and 11. But hold on, let me show you this before I log out to 66, right? W11, 114, the 6, 4, 1. You add that, it's 6, 6, all of the 6. And no, I'm not, except the 183 is 12, right? 12 plus 1 plus 2 is 3. Still go back to the Trinity, but LeBron, and no, I'm not saying that LeBron James is some type of mark of the beast or anything. What I'm saying, because even in Genesis, the Bible says on the 6th day, which I don't even know how people get this. I'm like, do you all even read? Do you read the Bible? Like, for real, do you read the Bible? Just read it. It says the 6th day was the only day that God called very good. Very good. Right? Very good. It's the day that God created man and the wild beast. The wild beast represents, I talked about the 144,000, the pineal gland on your forehead, your third eye, which you have the Trinity and triangle as well, but also your pituitary gland. When people say I'm in beast mode, that's the function. The pineal gland of the part of your brain is more for your spiritual connection. That pituitary gland is more for the nature of man. That shows that you have both good and evil, the capability to do both, right? So 66 or even 96, I can even think about Queen Elizabeth, right? Did she die at 96 or was it 99? Give me a second. Sometime my numbers. Let's see. I know she died in 96. So same 96 because my birthday is September the 26th, which is the reverse of that, right? 96, 69, as above, so below. And many people take that to believe that as within this earth realm, so on the spiritual realm. No, it's talking about your seven chakras. It's talking about releasing from starting with your first chakra, right? Um, your bottom up to your 33 vertebrae of your vertebrae, 33 bones in your vertebrae, your chakra moving up and releasing your crystals oil, your Christ oil, right? Um, and so to 96, to lay aside is translated, the New Testament, to put aside, to lay aside, as we're putting aside, right, the old way of physical form of money, entering into a new digitalized money. In fact, it's really not new. As the movie states, Back to the Future, we're actually going back, because they had this technology. You study the ancient Egyptians. They had advanced technology, all this technology years and years ago. So one of the number 96 or 69, right? One of the last living apostles to witness Christ's transfiguration. And I'm talking about Robert Kiyosaki tweet with the 144. If you all are just coming in, I'm going to show that again. Thank you. My Facebook friend says, teach my sister. Thank you. I'll share this on Facebook. It's just a lot of people on Facebook that does not have that energy of just being awoke and awakened. They just not. YouTube, pretty good. Twitter, definitely great for crypto. If you're in crypto, you need a Twitter account. Like, seriously do. But the transfiguration, right? One of the last living eyewitness of Christ's transfiguration was John, who was uniquely qualified and chosen by Jesus, right, to canonize the entire New Testament in its final form. Speaking of New Testament, it's just like Old Testament and New Testament. You have old money right now, people, that's combining and configuring with new money. And this is why I bring these crypto back commodities. So Robert Kiyosaki said 66,000 after he said or brought out the 144,000. Again, that relates to Revelation 14, 144, yeah, 1,000 on their forehead. He also says Valentine's Day massacre predicted by Stansberry Research. Let me show that again. Stansberry Research. Now, I am going to put out here that many people state that Robert Kiyosaki has been wrong in his predictions before. So I guess we will see, right? If we're still here by Valentine's Day, meaning that we haven't transitioned to our next dimension, will it be a red Valentine's? He said that everything will crash, including the prices of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Do not panic. Good news. I will buy more gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Real money replacing with fake money, which is cash. 11.1K. My numbers with them. So those are my numbers. So it was meant for me to see this and analyze it. And my question to a lot of people that says you see numbers, what do you do with that? What do you do with that? Because a lot of times people tell me, I see, 111, I see repeated numbers. And they want me to break down some type of reading or analysis of why they're seeing those numbers. Honestly, people, I can't tell you why you see your numbers. I know why God, the universe, it shows them to me. It does not work. I don't have that gift where I can interpret your numbers for you. I don't. You have to know within yourself. I do know this, however, a lot of people refer to them as angel numbers, and they're not really angel numbers, they are angle numbers. Angle numbers. I was watching this Denzel movie today, and I heard Denzel say this. He said, "You are in a three-dimensional area. You're in a three-dimensional area. You have the floor, the ceiling, and the walls. Three-dimensional, 3D. What if we were taught the trinity of male, female, child, reproduction, and the power of keeping that unit together to raise and reproduce healthy and strong children, versus the trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, where it's all masculine and just spirit energy? Or what if you were taught Genesis 1 and 1, the basis of Elohim is masculine, which that also translates into powerful ones, plural. In fact, Genesis 11, when you look at Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel, and you know, Jesus had a strong dislike for religious people. And I know that's my gift. Because to me, and I don't mean to be rude or come off insensitive, right? But to me, when you come to me with a concept that's not in the Bible or doesn't make biblical sense, like someone told me when I brought out that the Bible gave the formula for using and leveraging debt, and it's also in the numbers, right? And someone added to that and said, yes, you got to have faith. And I said, no, according to this strategy, I saw nowhere in the scripture where Elijah told the widow woman, right, that you have to have faith. Nowhere, nowhere. The widow woman said that her husband worked for Elijah faithfully, and he feared the Lord. King James says, so that means you can fear the Lord and still be broke. That means you can serve a great woman or man of God and still be broke. Because you don't apply the principles. And she said, he's dead. He didn't have any life insurance. Now the creditors are going to come take my boys as slaves. See, slave and then meant you were working for someone else. What if we took that same mindset that working a 9 to 5, right? Someone telling you your value is a form of slavery. Now I'm not, what I want to say, I'm not discrediting a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5, but I have a vision not to. And I work a 9 to 5 with the mindset to convert fake money, like Robert Kiyosaki tweeted, into real assets. I've used credit and fake money, fiat currency, to acquire real assets. Because I know my job is just a resource to get fake money. And I work with children, and I generally love the children, right? I do. I learn a lot from them too, from a spiritual perspective. Like, did you know before the age of 7, that's when your spiritual form, your mind, you're the most open to receive how you will be structured, how your thinking process will be for the rest of your life in intervals of 7, divine transition. So from born, infant to 7, you're most molded. Your belief style, what you think, how you will operate, what you feel spiritual, what you feel about this world, whether you will be an employee or entrepreneur, right? That's molded mostly up to the age of 7. And then from age of 7 to 14 is your like adolescent years. And then from 14 to 21 is your teenage years going into adulthood. That's why at 21 you're considered an adult. It happens in intervals of seven. 7 rainbows in the Bible. God said not 7 rainbows, but a rainbow has 7 colors, and God said, I will send this as a sign in the earth. He told Noah that I will never flood the earth again, and I will have the rainbow. Powerful is knowing the number 7. Divine transition. We're going to go ahead and get deep tonight. And so the numbers, follow the numbers for physical and spiritual prosperity. Nowhere that Elijah says, you got to have faith. He said, no, this is what. How can I help you? Tell me, what do you have? What do you have to work with? Do you have a positive mindset? Do you have credit cards? You got a credit score? You got the money? Well, she didn't have money. She said, we're broke. We're in debt. Now, just think about it. A servant of God telling a woman to go borrow when she told him, we're in debt. Because the creditor is coming. Right? We owe the creditor. And guess what? She said, go inside, shut the door behind you, pour oil into all the jars. This is a strategy, people. This is not a sermon. It's a strategy. He said, go around and ask. The King James Version says, borrow. Borrow. I'm in debt and you want me to borrow? Yeah. Did not tell her to pay her debt out first. No. He says, go borrow some more. Go around and borrow. And don't ask for a few, ask for a lot. Ask for the maximum limit. And then start you a home-based business. See, from 9 to 5, right? You may work on for somebody else that tells you you're only worth this much an hour or whatever. But when you leave that job, that's supposed to be your home-based business. That's supposed to be your time to work on prosperity. So all the times when people tell me, I'm saying numbers, what does that mean? I tell them, let's get back to the practical. I don't have to get deep with you with numbers. We can do very practical things. Do you have a home-based business? Well, why a home-based business, Queen? Because you get the most tax deductions. Then an LLC, an S Corp, a C Corp, you get over 470. That's why you need a home-based business. Because the more money you pay in taxes out of your paycheck, right? And I know a lot of people think it's a flex to have low income and to get back 10, 11,000 in taxes. But guess what? The government is stopping giving high tax return to low income people. And they're going to start auditing people that make annually $30,000 a year because they said, you know what, they was least audited. So we're going to start auditing these low-income households. Why? Because they're bringing in digital money. They're bringing in FedCoin. People, FedCoin and digital money is going to track every transaction you make. So no more pushing cash and saying, hey, I'm going to file this on my taxes. No more lying and cheating on your tax return. Robert Kiyosaki said it this way: people hate paying taxes so much that they lie on their tax return. They say, they used to, when it's used to work, you got a child I can carry on my taxes. But yet they don't want to invest in a home-based business. The Bible gives you the strategy. Las Vegas resident panicked to buy fuel after a pipeline break. Well, Queen, why are you going from numbers to now going back to gas prices and pipeline? I'm glad you asked. Because all of these commodities that I'm showing you are backed by crypto are backed by these commodities, and natural gas is one of them. Digital gold is up 30.22%. That's the utility token. It's at $22. It operates like Ethereum and BNB. So just imagine if you got in Ethereum and BNB at $22. This is like getting in this token. This is soon to be released or put on BNB exchange. So this is your NATG, that's natural gas. The signs are here, people. Natural gas is up today 583%. Grow, this is a high yielding agriculture. What that means in plain terms, it is backed by mangroves, which help the CO2. Listen, every cryptocurrency that's going to survive during this reset, because you have about 90% of them that's going away because they have no real use. They have no utilities. That's why you want cryptos that have real backing of commodities, not pump and dump coins. So mangroves, things that are carbon friendly to the environment, cryptos that use less energy to be mined and for exchanges. That's why you have the crypto H bar. I'm gonna show you how that it's up like 15% today because it's carbon friendly. This is what you should be looking for in your crypto portfolio. Grow, mangrove, CO2, hemp, weed. A lot of people want plant-based over pills for their health. A lot of people combine pills and plant-based and prayer, right? They combine them. But a lot of people are going to plant-based diet and holistic remedies to improve their health. This is all backed by this. Soybeans, cocoa beans, where you got chocolate. One of my favorite chocolates is cacao, very healthy chocolate. And cocoa chocolate as well, right? All of this. And you also have cocoa plants. XPLR sounds like XRP, but it's not. But it's the satellite technology that finds all of these commodities within the earth. And this is what's so powerful, people. All of these commodities have a different vibration in the earth realm. This is how powerful our infinite God, infinite intelligence is. That gold, crude oil, black gold, digital gold, silver, physical gold, yellow gold, right? Silver, natural gas. This is aluminum, a $5 billion industry. All of them have a different vibration frequency in the earth realm. This goes back to numbers. I can go start with Elon Musk and the 44 billion purchase of Twitter, and then we can go into the 444 hertz of music and what that does for you mentally and psychologically and health-wise versus the 452 hertz. Oh, we might as well just go ahead and go like Alice in Wonderland, just go deep in the rabbit hole tonight. And then numbers. And why numbers? Because people, everybody universally understand numbers. You may not speak Chinese, you may not speak Italian, you may not speak French, you may not speak Spanish, but everyone knows 1 + 1 = 2. Or you should at a certain age. Listen, I was at this, I was getting my something did to my, it's when I first got my Jeep, right? First got my Jeep, and I'm getting my rims replaced. I got some other rims to put on it. And this couple is in the tire place. They needed a front end alignment and something else to get to their vehicle. And they did not have the money. There was a Hispanic couple, right? I think Hispanic. They spoke Spanish, rather. They didn't have the money. And they spoke very little English, right? And the salesman come out and he says, or the repairman, he says, your bill is going to be, I think it was like $311. And I don't speak fluent Spanish. I can count 1 through 10 and say, "Como estás?" and get my name and E2 and me llamo, or I can say me llamo, and get my name and say "Como estás?" and speak and things like that. But that's as much as to go, right? Should have took Spanish more seriously in college, right? But I knew that they were trying to say in English they did not have the money. But the amount was $311.11. So I heard my numbers, 1111. Now, do not email me or tell me that you need $300.11 too. I'm not going to give it to you, right? I'm just telling you that don't do that. I'm giving you a strategy to get your own money, like Elijah did the widow woman, like Jesus did Peter. I'm showing you the investments. I'm showing you where we're moving in this earth realm as the number 4 equals north, south, east, and west. News, north, east, west, and south. The 4 directions of the earth. The 4 cherubims, the 4 angels. Number 4. The 4 corners of the earth, right? And then I looked at the salesman and I said, I got it. I know they don't have it. I'll pay for it. And he tells him, he said, she pays, she will pay. And in their limited English, they said, God bless you. God bless you. So guess what? You might not understand languages, but everybody understands numbers. Your body reacts a certain way. For example, if you get a bill in the mail or you get an email now with notification that this light bill is whatever, $556, and you don't have it in that bank account, your vibration changes in your body. You can go from happy to sad just because of numbers. So all of these commodities, I don't know if you all know this, carries a different energy frequency and vibration within the earth realm, right? And so with this technology, find these from aluminum to crude oil to platinum and palladium, even within the seas of diamonds and pearls. And all the riches in this world is held in commodities. So when you have commodities in crypto, that's the best of both worlds. Now, this beverage is, and this has a burning coming. Burning means to take out of circulation, right? April 1st. I got in when it was under a penny. Now it's at $1.01, my 1.1. So and this is real estate. God is not making any more land. Beverage is water. Water is a commodity. We're made of 70% water. We need to consume water. This is a beverage industry. These are businesses that already exist, like Shark Tank. People are not buying blueprints and business ideals anymore. They're buying businesses and improving upon them. And this is what this opportunity has done as well. Then you have blocks. This is still under a penny, people. This is commercial real estate backed by commodities. And again, you get the portfolio, you get the daily rewards that you can control, you can liquidate in cash, right? And that you can also enjoy the capital gains. And you have control, and you take out the middleman. Now let me show you. This was the last live stream I did 3 days ago. I'm gonna show you the increase of this portfolio balance, and then I'm logging off because this wasn't supposed to be an hour live stream, but you all know how I do. So just hit the thumbs up and roll with me. $1,850, right? 1,800 and I think like 40 some odd dollars. So I'm just gonna round it up and say 1,850. And I'm like, why am I $150 short?
right? This is the account statement. You can see that's my business name right there. Yep, I'm not showing my address. So that's my business name. And it's not showing my bank account number. LD Lifestyle Design Financial Coaching. And I'm like, I know I have $2,000 in this bank account and I don't ever use it. So why am I, like, where's my 160 pretty much dollars at? What happened to that money? And I'm getting charged like $15 maintenance fees every month, right? And so I'm like, you know what? You're losing money in that bank account. You might as well just close it up. Take your 1,840 $47 out and go ahead and just put it in um, your daily passive crypto investment. Now, this is my old phone, but if you look on the video that I did on Shiba Inu yesterday, I did that video in my car that I'm in right now. I'm in the car again, and I showed you live that the available balance on this account, on this particular phone, because I'm live streaming from another phone, right? Was 70. It hit 7,900 while I was live, right? Now, today, it's at $8,140. I haven't did anything that's passively. It was at 7,900 yesterday. So you have a little over $240 passively, right?
So that was 3 days ago, right? I showed you all the portfolio when I got on the live stream. And this is just one of my phones. I don't have it with me. But I showed you all what was I got the wrong phone with me. The other phone is back there. But from 8,140 3 days ago to 8,700. And I'm getting out this live stream because I'm getting tired. But I want to say this about 44 real quick, right? 44 real quick as well. Is that Jesus, 44 days from his ascension to the right hand of Christ, it was exactly 44 days, 44 days from the resurrection, right? And he showed himself 9 times. I talked about that with Whitney Houston earlier. If you just coming in, watch that. This was today at 5:56. It's 8,735. Passive income from cryptos backed by commodities. So you can text that CC to get into that. But this is all I want to say about the 44 and number 9, right? And number 9 is 211 of Whitney Houston death. This is the 11th year. Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the beginning. Brought out Silicon Valley, 144,000. Revelation 14, 144,000. Right? But part of the meaning of the number 44, Elon Musk purchased Twitter for 44 billion. It comes from Jesus' earthly ministry. It is stated that Jesus was crucified on a Wednesday, right? On a Wednesday, 3 days, 3 nights. Another Trinity, had to be a Wednesday, which was around the date of April 5th. And he appears after being resurrected 8 times first to different sets of people, right? But the nighttime talked about the number 9. A woman carries a baby for 9 months in the womb in the darkness in a different dimension, and then it's birthed out the womb into the earth realm, right? And it's from a fetus to an infant. And so the night and last appearance takes place on like May 18th, I think. 8 plus 1 is 9, so I think it's May 18th. And on this day, he gives his final instructions to his disciples and then he ascends to God's right hand. You can fact check all of this in Acts chapter 1, starting with, the number, verse 4. Acts chapter 1, verse 4. And the period between the crucifixion and the ascension is exactly 44 days. right? So that's all I'm going to go with that. I just wanted to tell you all that we are in a season where you have to understand things in the spirit. This is a different transition to number 9, from a physical to a digital world. You have to know why the media is saying things like high altitude objects are in the spirit, in the air. First started with the balloon in China. Now they're saying another high altitude. I'll do gematria on there. Let's see. See what the numbers come up for high altitude. Because they use numbers in this manner, right? Okay. High altitude. Okay. All right. They use letters, that reverse into numbers, and they use terminologies in these articles very strategically. And they use numbers very strategically, like F-22, right? 100 miles. I saw 100 somewhere. Where did I see that? 40,000 feet, right? Daniel 2 and 44. And 20, everybody thought it was going to be 20, the year 2022. But people, mark your dates and calendar for March the 23rd. No, yeah, March 23rd of this year. There is supposedly some big changes coming in the crypto world. I told you all to go by the Hebrew Greek calendar and not your Gematria American Man calendar. March is the first year of this month, not January. You look at Hebrew Greek, and the government goes by Hebrew Greek, not the not Gematria, but Gregorian calendar. I'm getting tired. Not the Gregorian calendar that we go by, the American calendar, global calendar. No, Hebrew Greek. The first year, you can tell because the seasons will change. When a new year comes, you tell by the seasons, you tell by the moons, right? You tell by the cycles, as we see the number 9. And we see the number 96 and Queen Elizabeth and LeBron James and even the 66, that there's reversal coming. And this is why things like high altitudes and things in the earth realm, right? This is why I'm just telling you all that you listen. I have Bitcoin in my portfolio. I think it's smart to have Bitcoin, but I have these crypto backed by these commodities because there's gas crisis coming as Europe is warned. This is going to spike up the prices of gas in May, which is, the third month. Actually expected that gas will be by economists $4 a gallon. That's for regular, the number 4. So high altitude equals 7, which is divine transition. Also, it has the number 200 in it, which I talked about. The infinity symbol is 2, opposite but very opposite energies, but very complementary energies to each other that are intertwined and will always reproduce masculine and feminine energy. Revelations 1 and 11, 111, Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Genesis 1 and 1, Elohim, in the beginning, Elohim, in its original context. And so high altitude things are coming. You have to be able to be spiritually inclined and spiritually decoding and understand. Read Numbers 2 and 9. Numbers 2 and 9 gives you the numbers for the speed of light as well, right? And if you look at the US dead clock, you see that a reset is coming because they have zero out for commodities. They have zero out all. They have, because of resetting of the pricing is going to happen. The dollar to gold ratio is 0. It's been like this for a long time. The dollar to oil ratio is 0. The dollar to silver ratio is 0. I thought about the Wizard of Oz today, the Tin Man. I showed you the cryptocurrency backed by aluminum, right? Um, the Yellow Brick Road, that's digital gold, physical gold, right? 100,000 and 6,400 times that numbers is numbers 2 and 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. That gives you the speed of light, right? And so people, I'm just letting you know that this, right, is a transitional reset. You're not converting your cash back into commodities, into crypto, which will be the new currency system. Crypto gives you a better return on your investment in real estate than physical gold and digital gold. You just can't be in these pump and dump cryptos. You can't be in these crypto that have no real use cases. The SEC is bringing on uh, different cases, not just with XRP, but with cranking and things like that, because all of those cryptos that have no use case are going to be wiped away. So you want cryptos that have real world use cases. You want crypto that have, we use commodities every day when we buy groceries, right? When we buy eggs, buy water, buy wheat, buy bread. So why shouldn't you have cryptos backed by these commodities? So numbers 2 and 9 is 186,400. In King James, it translates to 100,000 and 4 and 6,400. I know. They give it to you. You have to be able to decode this. And at the speed of light in miles. That is approximately the speed of light in miles. So, yes, the Bible speaks in numbers and physics and how Jesus relates to the speed of light, relates to actual light. And even the message of Jesus was, I am the light of this world. I'm signing out. Thank you all for tuning in. Also, you want physical silver and copper is at a global shortage. And I thought about Mr. T today, right? The prices of silver and copper, because of this shortage and that they are industrial metals, will drive prices up due to this new highs and, due to the shortages. So visit my website, milliemoves.com. And if you need help paying less taxes out of your paycheck and having experts to look at your paycheck to shift some of that money back to you and not to the Fed. If you don't even know what the Fed is, in most cases, it's no federal than the FedEx, right? But putting that money back in your pocket so you can have positive cash flow to invest. Also visit milliemoves.com, help you with that to increase your cash flow so you can have the overflow money to put into getting more money and more money and more money into crypto. You don't want to put your last into crypto and, risk it taking a big dump and losing it, right? Also, we're going to keep up with SHIB and see if they will drop Shibarium on Valentine's Day 2/14. Shibarium is rumored, right, to release, but Shibarium has been a long-waited rumor to be released. So I'm not saying I believe it or don't believe it at this point, but all I'm saying is, it may or may not can happen. I don't see anything in the gematria world that's showing me it's going to happen for sure. Or, a spiritual world. SHIB is really in the red right now, so we'll see. But H bar, you need to study your H bar. It was up as high as 15 to 20% this week. It's definitely going to be a crypto used in that in this new world economic system. I don't know what this crypto is. I just so happen to click on it, but I see all the ones, and I'm going to research this. Let me get off so I can research this. I think that was divine. So let me research this and look into the website, see if there's anything to it. Numbers 57 crypto. All right, you all. I'm signing out. Happy Saturday to you. Let's get your spiritual and physical riches up. Thank you for tuning in. If you watch the replay, hit the thumbs up to spread this video to the YouTube algorithm. Queen out.